What's up, Christian?
I'm good, man. How are you, bro? You look good.
I'm quarantined, by the way.
Are you? You got the
Yeah,
you
man.
got the Rona, bro?
I got the Rona, like the real bad Rona. You know, like kind you don't want to introduce your woman to. No, I'm joking. I don't know. I'm fine.
I
Yeah, I
think that's
got the
called
Rona,
Sharona.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Welcome to episode 11.
Oh my God, 11.
On 11, it goes to 11.
Ah,
Right there.
this episode goes to 11 too.
That's right. How you doing today, Christian?
I'm good, man.
Good.
I'm good. What are we doing? Offering of Dust is our guest this week.
That's right. Talking Offering of Dust. First, we got to let you guys know we are sponsored by the Riff Rag.
That's right. Covering local music in Southern Colorado and beyond.
That's right. And their December issue is out, so you can get that if you guys want to get a subscription to them, just email them at theriffrag@gmail.com. Costs $12 a year. It's $1 an issue. You can't beat it. It's a great little fanzine, magazine, newspaper. This month they are featuring a few different bands. There's My Life as a Bear, the McDeviants, a couple other bands. Of course, they're doing some of their album reviews. And
our buddy Dave, who's been on the show before, our friend Dave Zahara, this is his third year doing his article,
the Riff Anatomy,
for the Riff Rag.
For the Riff Rag.
So congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, congratulations to Dave. His article's always great. Can't learn from anybody better. Let's see. There's some things I wanted to talk about before we get into our episode today. Mainly, now I know when most people hear this name, they kind of think, well, you know, he's just nothing but a crazy Scientologist, which is normally what I think as well. But I'm sure most of you have heard already about the little COVID rant that Tom Cruise went on his Mission Impossible 7 set.
And if you haven't, take a real quick look at it right here.
Yeah, here we go.
Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. And the future of this industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We are not shutting this movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone. And so are you. So you're going to cost him his job. And I see it on the set, you're gone. And you're gone. That's it. Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have? Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable, and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. That's it. That is it. trust you guys to be here.
So there's his little rant. Obviously he's very upset. But the way I see it, being in this industry, I think he's on the right side of it. He's trying to keep people at work, trying to keep people in work. Obviously they have protocols they have to deal with.
Yeah, and it can't be easy to get permission to do a movie during a pandemic. So
Right.
in order for him to convince people to let them do that, I'm sure there were a lot of stipulations, and social distancing and mask safety, I'm sure we're part of that.
Right.
So,
It had to do with his insurance that they have to hold on the show. And I guess I was reading something that says they had to rent out like a cruise ship so that they can basically
pod up, bubble up.
and be away from everyone and to be able to do it. And I know a lot of people are going to think that it's extreme. He was being a dick, whatever. And I understand that, but I think somebody that's as rich as he is, he certainly doesn't need the money from this movie. But the fact that he's trying to do it and keep these people in work, I think it's commendable, man. I think it's on the right side of things on his rant on this one. It's inconvenient, but that's part of the stipulation of them being able to do this. And I think he was doing the right thing. That's my own opinion. It doesn't change my opinion of Tom Cruise much, as far as his craziness, I guess, for lack of better words.
Yeah, still right. In my opinion, and he's still a wackadoodle fucking Scientologist.
Right.
But anyways, he makes good movies.
Yeah, he does. There's been some good ones. And I hear that 5 of the staffers quit. And I read that it was after his second rant. So I don't know if what we just played you is his second rant or first rant. But apparently,
I think that was the first one.
Yeah, apparently this has happened twice, and some people quit over it. And to each their own. He'll get people out there that want to work and that will follow the rules to be able to do the job. I mean, that's kind of what we're all after, is getting back to work and to have that opportunity just to say fuck it. I mean,
of course, if this is all something that he perceived in his own mind and went off like that, then of course,
right.
He needs to maybe reevaluate and check himself a little bit, but
right. Yeah, we definitely weren't there. We don't know, the complete context of where it came from and all that. We just know what everybody else knows. I also did read that
just sharing like we do. Just sharing.
I did read that Leah Remini came out and was saying it was just some big publicity stunt, but anybody that knows about her knows how much, she left the Church of Scientology, and she's, bound and determined to bring it down. And I'm all for it. She do what she got to do. It makes for good entertainment, but is she right or not? Who knows? And again, we just wanted to share with you guys. I think it's great that there's people out there trying to do something, and it'd be great for any of us in this industry to have that opportunity. So, it is what it is, but we just thought we'd share that with you. Again, we have offered.
Well, in the event of any backlash, it was Brian's idea.
It was my idea, and I stand behind it. But nonetheless, we're interviewing Offering of Dust tonight. Make sure you guys stay to the end of the video. We're gonna have their newest song here at the end. So if you haven't had a chance to hear it, it's a great song. It's called Wrenches. It's awesome, but it's always awesome talking to these guys. We haven't talked.
That was a lot. This episode was a lot of fun to do, man.
Right. It sure was. And a little message for Triton. We didn't get a chance to talk about it. I wanted to let you know I'm rooting for your Steelers. I'm always open for a Steelers-Saints Super Bowl. They're both kind of on a little skid. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I forgot to let you know that. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, like us on YouTube, and definitely hit that like, comment, and subscribe button when you're watching. It really helps us out a lot. All the clicks we can get it just gets us out there more and more.
Share it too if you think people need to see it. So don't be afraid to share. Shit.
Yeah, please do. We certainly appreciate it. And if you need to get in touch with us, email us at stagedoorchronicles@gmail.com. Whether you have questions, concerns, whatever the
That's
case.
stagedoorchronicles@gmail.com.
That's right. Questions, concerns, you want to be on the show, you want to send us hate mail, whatever it is, just send us. Now you know how to get a hold of us. So without further ado, let's check out
Offering of Dust,
Offering of
episode 11.
Thanks, guys.
How the fuck are you, Brian?
I'm doing really fucking
I
well.
haven't seen you in like forever.
It's been a while, man. And right before I left, I ran into you. I was getting my tires changed on my bike, and I think I talked to you for all like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think we might have chatted once in Florida, but
yeah,
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
how you doing?
life is full color, man.
Excellent.
I can't complain about that.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm fine. I've been quarantined for about 2 weeks, but we're good. I think I'm going back to work Monday.
Quarantine because you're sick or
Because work.
No, yeah, I tested positive. No, I'm my boss.
Oh, no shit. You tested
I did.
Did you get sick or I mean?
Wednesday, last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I was grumpy, asshole. I felt like shit. But by Thursday, I felt pretty good. I was ready to go to work, and I'm like, I'm going to get tested. And that's when I tested positive.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I've been bouncing off the walls for a while.
Yeah.
Did it affect your taste buds and shit?
My wife, her taste buds. That's how it all started. That's how it all started. She's like, I can't smell a thing. I was like, oh, shit. And so then I had her tested. She came back positive. Then I tested. Then I came back positive.
How much did it cost you to get tested, if you don't mind me asking?
My test was free. Mm-hmm. Her test was $120 because I wanted a rapid test.
Gotcha.
Because when she first came positive, I'm like, dude, I got to work. Shit's got to go. I got to know.
Right.
And so I wanted, they're talking about 4 or 5 day turnaround.
Yeah.
So I paid extra for her to have a 48-hour turnaround.
Gotcha.
This is funny. So she tests positive on Wednesday, 48 hours. And I'm like, damn. I wake up Thursday, I feel great. I'm like, oh, I feel good. I'm ready to go. I'm going to go test, just to test. I test on Thursday. They tell me it's going to be 5 days. I get my results in 24 hours.
No shit.
Positive. And that was the free test.
Crazy.
Brian?
Yeah.
Real quick. All right, everybody. This is Zayden. This is my grandson.
Hi, Zayden.
What's up?
How are
Can
you?
Can you give him the growl? Well, we've been practicing this.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
It is. We are going to scare the kindergarten teacher.
How many grandkids you got now, Trent?
In about a week, I'll have 5.
Wow. That's awesome.
I don't fuck around, man.
Like a basketball team and shit.
Oh, shit. Bam.
Oh, there we go. So do we got Tom? Because he's got the Rona too, I think.
He was in there, and he keeps getting kicked off. I just texted him. He said he keeps getting kicked out.
All right. Well, shit.
He's hiding out in the basement, so he can't be getting good reception down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure looks good when it's on, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's literally like half. Of
Yeah,
what
that's
he has.
nothing compared to his collection.
He
It's
literally probably has
unbelievable.
every major tube guitar amplifier made.
Wow.
You guys are talking about Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to start
And this
storing
fucking
it here in
wall
the
of heads
studio.
and shit.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 7 here in the studio alone.
Jesus.
He's got his retirement tied up in his basement.
Well, that's probably
So
where he's
Brian-
going to have to retire. Is in the basement.
I don't know if you remember, if you recognize Tom, Brian.
Oh yeah, I do.
He was one of the main reasons I tried out for Pain Machine
Right.
back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. Back in. Yeah. So it was really cool when he rejoined Ood. After.
So, okay. Well, first of all, everybody, hello. We are with Offering of Dust.
We
got
are.
Max the Dread, Triton, and Jesse. Tom is here, sorta.
And we have a lot of dust to offer.
Sometimes.
Hopefully he's
Right.
gonna pop in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys some questions if y'all don't mind. For how long is Offering? How long you guys been around?
Oh. 5 years, I think. Might be pushing 6 now.
6.
And
Lot of-
5 might be pushing 6.
A lot of member changes.
No, not really, actually. Vocalist change. And then Tom took a hiatus for about 1.5 years. That's it.
Yeah.
So, Triton, you're not the original vocalist for this band?
No. The original vocalist is a really talented guy, Brian McDaniel. McDaniel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a
Go ahead,
funny
sorry.
story. When they were building Offering of Dust before they had their name, they asked me to check them out, and I could not wrap my head around the music they were making.
Really.
Like, at that time in my life, I think, I don't know. I just couldn't wrap my head around it. I was like, I don't know what to do. So they asked me to check them out, and I couldn't. And then they got Brian, and they did some amazing stuff.
Right. Yeah, I remember I saw you guys when you had Brian. I don't know if we'd all played together over there at Union Station, one of the Color Insane reunions or so. I don't know. I know I saw you guys over there, but
That sounds right.
yeah. So what
Well, they're around. They're around from Malachi.
from Malachi? Yeah, or maybe it was when Malachi was playing.
It's the same area. Malachi and Offering Dust were in the same world for sure.
Yeah. So how long you been with them now, Trey?
Almost 2?
Yeah,
Almost 2?
That sounds right.
Really?
I think it's like the 2-year mark.
Yeah.
we may be and it may be my fault. We may be a bit of a slow burn. I think with this guys, I had to learn how to be in a band again. But yeah. 2 years, roughly.
Nice. I heard you guys' new song, Wrenches. Fucking amazing song, man. I love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Are you guys? Do you have a full album already ready to go? Are you working on an album? Are you going to do more studio work soon?
We have a shit ton of songs.
Yeah.
We just gotta finish them. And so I think our goal is. May I, guys? I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, go right ahead.
I believe our goal is we're gonna release. We're gonna try to release a song every 2 to 3 months because this is the era we live in.
Right.
And when we have 8 to 10 songs, we may press something. We'll see.
You know, that's really good thinking, man. We've talked to a lot of guys about, what kind of impact the internet has had on guys, and you guys are the first one that I've heard that are really taking advantage of that. Just release a song every couple of weeks. Why not? I mean, the ability's there. There's no reason why you shouldn't take care of it or take advantage of it.
I think we're riding the music business as it's going to be right now.
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
All right.
changing.
All right. Right.
Well,
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes sense, before any kind of restart happens for any of us to get back to work, that you explore those options with releasing songs
Right.
one at a time, or even albums. It doesn't matter how you release it, but you gotta use what's available to you, or fucking die, right?
Right.
Right.
No, that's
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the day of the album is kind of dead. I mean,
Right.
I can count on one hand how many albums a year I actually listen to in their entirety, and it used to be
Right.
exclusive. The vast
Right.
majority of the music I listen to is 1 or 2, 3 songs off of a release, and then it's a bunch of filler after that. So it's kind of nice to get to the point where we pick the best song of what we got, we record it, we release it.
Right. I think that's the way to do it too. Now, say you guys get 8-10 releases down the road, would you guys ever be open to like packaging it and still having like a tangible CD, having that artwork and that, that's what
I want one.
Yeah,
I want vinyl, and I want a cassette.
Especially vinyl.
A cassette.
Yeah.
Well, and we're all progressive metal kids, so like we come from the world of concept albums, and so it's a little outside of our wheelhouse to be releasing one song and then one song. I came up on Rush 2112 was like my first intro to progressive metal or progressive rock, I guess at the time, but telling a whole story through an album, and it's a back and forth to want to really hunker down and release a whole album all together that tells a story, or to just kind of piecemeal it out and give what we got.
Right. Yeah, that's. I mean, I think you guys are doing it right though. If you're going to release it like that, and if it's something that, again, even if you release 8-10 songs, even if it's something that all goes together, who's to say you can't package it down the road and sell it as a whole, make it a nice little package deal, get some good artwork, and obviously all the good music and everything. Are you guys? I assume you guys are actively writing all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Every practice.
How are you guys? Are you guys still? How often you practice?
Once a week at least.
Yeah.
We try to.
Except
Nice.
for
Tentatively.
Except for that
with
fucking
2020,
Rona.
it's been a little hard with
Right.
when the pandemic first hit, we didn't get together for 2 months. And then it's been kind of hit and miss from there. Being like, I might be sick. I had a snuffy nose today, so
Right.
I'm gonna, skip or whatever.
So you guys haven't had the
Been a little
opportunity
difficult
to
for this
do
year.
any shows during this time then?
No,
No,
not yet.
And
not everybody has.
right.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that shit to come back. But
Right.
um,
I think there's a lot of bands doing like the live stream stuff now. Like I just watched Tesseract's big live stream that they did on Saturday. I actually watched it late. I didn't watch it till like yesterday.
yeah.
But it was a fantastic experience, and I'm excited to see the innovation that's going on in the scene with bands being able to do that. I wish that we had the production budget to pull something like that off.
Right. That's it is a great avenue to take to be able to stream like that. But and I'm sure you're of the same school that I am, that like getting out playing in front of audience. I mean, there's nothing ever compared to that. You know what I mean? It's just feeding off that energy.
Tesseract, what a great band, man.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys are. I got to do a couple of festivals with them in Europe in 2019. So they're
nice.
they're weird as fuck, and they're weird as shit. But man, they could play.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, their new live stream they did was mind blowing. You do miss that interaction with the crowd, and you can kind of see that. But the way that they put their visuals together and everything was a very unique, enjoyable experience. And I enjoyed, even the lack of the crowd and getting the energy direct from the band, and that transfer you get from having, live shows.
Right.
The visual effects and the impact they did for this one was fantastic.
That's good stuff. So, Dredd, how long have you been playing now?
See,
Oh, too long, brother. Too long. Well, let's see. 40 years.
40 years.
40 years.
It's amazing.
Even longer than that. 40 plus, technically.
You were one of the first that, when I first started playing out in Colorado Springs at the ripe age of 21 or whatever it was, 26 years ago, something like that. We got to play with Knucklehead back then. I've been watching you play for a long time.
fuck yeah, dude!
It's
What a
definitely
great band.
it's definitely been a pleasure on the audience side watching you play, man. And
Thanks, guys. I don't know what to say.
Shit.
no, keep on keeping on, man. I'd love to see that you're.
Hey, Brian.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how to stop.
I'm in a band with Dread.
Right?
No, fucking amazing, man.
That's pretty fucking cool, dude.
I mean,
Fuck you guys.
Brian and I are the same cut. We come from the same band.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I think I spent more time on a stage with Triton and Keith probably than maybe Stiz might be the only other one that's close to the amount of time I've spent on any stage with anybody. And you know, I've been thinking a lot about like what I've been wanting to ask you and stuff, Triton. But you know,
oh shit,
really,
I'm scared.
really, all I can think of is, you know, just my experience with Triton and the vocalist you guys got. Obviously, I don't have to tell you that he's a great vocalist. You know, in my opinion, he's the best lyricist I've ever got a chance to work with. The shit that he writes it's always blown me away, and and it's funny. I have a funny story behind it that I'm sure he remembers. Back when I first joined the Color Insane, we were hanging out one night, and I was just learning all the music and everything, and I'm reading his lyrics, and I remember looking at him. I'm like, when the fuck do you find time to write lyrics like this? And where do you pull your inspiration from? And this was long before the days of the meme of "Hold My Beer," but it was essentially a fucking. He sat there and talked. He's like, I can write a song about absolutely nothing. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was like a "Hold My Beer," and 2 days later, we had a song completely called "Not a Thing." Absolutely nothing. Just blew me away. But he's got that ability to kind of, you know, write stuff like that. We've had like comedy stuff that's been in there, and it's been like within our little circle, like our own very own little pop culture, you know, being able to pull from everybody's experiences and putting it out there. And he's an amazing lyricist like that. So I commend you guys for going after him, and I'm sure it took a little pushing to get him to do it, but I'm glad you did, man. He's a phenomenal guy, great front man.
Thank you.
Powerful. And have you guys played a live show since you've been in the band?
Not yet.
No?
Nope.
Well, be careful of that left hook when he gets going, man. He likes he'll hit you with the palm of his hand, man. Bam! So that's my advice. Just watch out for that left hook, man. It's fucking it can get you off balance real quick.
Well, I am excited. I am really excited. I love this band.
Cool. That's awesome to hear, man. It's good to hear you excited about music again, you know, and doing it. I'm thrilled for you.
I love
I'll tell
this
you what's
band.
exciting for us, or at least for myself, with Triton is that a fucking guy's not like any other singer out there. So, you know, we have a unique bit right there, you know, a unique you know, he's not like all these other bands out there. It's like, you know, 11 fucking guys all sound the same.
Right.
Not the case with that ugly fuck right there.
Absolutely right. You know, he can write in any style of music. I mean, he's written hip hop. He's gone into comedy type stuff and shit that only the people that know the song is going to know exactly what he's talking about. But then everybody that doesn't know exactly what he's talking about can still pull something off of it. That's a real talent, man. That's a real talent to be able to use words in that kind of way, to be able to affect people, I think. Because you know, words are certainly not my forte. So Jeff, you were saying you grew up on Rush and 2112. How long you been playing drums?
Oh man, since I was 10, I'm 35 now. So yeah, you do the math. I know, right? I'm the kid in this band for sure. Well, yeah, that's the funny thing is like. Talk about coming up on inspirations. One of them was Dread, because Max and I have been playing music since I was 18, 19, something like that. So like literally half my life, Max and I have been in bands together and always coming in and out of, you know, playing shows with whatever band Dread was in at the time. But yeah, I remember being probably 13, 14 years old, and it was I was grounded, and it was one of my punishments that my stepdad handed me Rush 2112 and said, "You're going to write me a report on what this album is about."
Wow,
and that was my nice. Intro to there's not you don't have to just release one song that's about a thing and then on to the next song. And yeah, right. now like if your album doesn't tell a story in its entirety, it automatically drops a grade or two for me.
Right. That's really cool. What a cool punishment, you know. Did
Right?
that when he told you that? Did you?
What a fucking cool punishment.
Were you thinking, what an asshole? Or were you thinking, I'll check out some cool music? I mean, how did you feel?
I mean, it was half and half, honestly. Yeah, because it's the same guy who showed me,
Normal reaction
AC/DC.
for- yeah.
Right. The same guy who showed me AC/DC and Black Sabbath, and at the time it was just whatever was on the radio is what I listened to. But yeah, that was really when I started to figure out that there was more to music. The landscape was way bigger, and you go way deeper into what music was.
Right. Excellent.
Yep.
And speaking of radio, congratulations, guys, for getting on the live and local. Were you saying is that your first time you've been on the radio?
25 years.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
That blew I read that that blows me
How
away.
much? Fuck, dude. How much shit did you and I do?
I know it's hard to believe. Now, it's not the same thing, but what was it? One of the DJs there has used one of our songs for a long time.
Oh yeah.
But
So
that's not.
Brett Hatcher, which is he doesn't work there anymore. He's a firefighter now, but he used to use some of our music. Actually, our music 1.0 and 2.0, Color Insane. He used music as his bumper, meaning when he was talking, hey, our music was in the background. When he'd be like, hey, check out Godsmack or blah, blah, blah. Our music's in the background.
Oh, shit, that's fucking great.
But, never had someone say, hey, here's Offering of Dust.
That's awesome.
Called Wrenches. And honestly, I was sitting in my living room. I'm like looking at my wife, and I'm going, oh my God, I'm on the radio. And I don't even have a radio anymore. So I had to figure out how to find it online and then stream it to my speaker.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Sign of the time.
It still was cool. It made me giddy.
Absolutely.
It was a big warm hug from the music that I've been trying to do for 30 years.
Right.
It was cool.
That is cool. All right, Max. So how long you been playing now?
Well, that's a tricky question.
I imagine it's out of the womb, but
yeah.
Damn close.
So as a child, I thought I was going to be a drummer, and I was never very good. So right out of high school, I realized that there is a severe lack of bassists. So we just happened to be in a pawn shop, him and I, one day randomly, and there happened to be a left-handed 4-string bass. Like, I must have been 2 weeks out of graduating high school, and there's this bass. I'm like, all right, so picked it up, shitty little 4-string, started figuring it out, asked him some ticks and trips, and just started watching bassists and trying to woodshed, and then did that for 2-3 years, and then Cemento and I got together in a different band. Our first band together, High October. That was, God, I was 22 at the time. I'm 39 now, so that long.
We were just
That's how long I've
babies.
been playing bass.
right.
Right? Yeah.
There were babies.
Well, we know Triton's and Dread's pedigree pretty much for bands. What about you and Max and Jesse? What other bands have you guys been in?
And Tom. Somebody include Tom.
And Tom.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Tom can hear us. I just sent a text message.
Oh,
to him.
nice.
He can hear us, but he can't fully connect. So.
Oh, he's out there?
Yeah. He's
Oh.
Hey,
connected. He
Tom.
just can't-
Everybody say hi, Tom.
Hi,
Okay.
Tom.
I wish we could hear you.
Hey, Tom.
So for Jesse and I, we were in I October together for a long time. Then we were in a kind of a weird. We were like hired guns, kind of in a way, for a band called Lesbian Line Dance.
Nice.
Those were fun
I
days.
love that.
And
That's an awesome. I love that.
It was like right when
Right.
psychobilly kind of became a thing, and we were like,
I love that, and I will not let you forget it.
the old guitar player from My October was one to write like this weird psychobilly album, and he was like, well, I know 2 death metal musicians, so let's get a couple death metal musicians and try and play like blues psychobilly. And it was fun. But yeah, it didn't last too terribly long.
No.
Yeah, and then I was in amputee pool party for a good few years with some of the old members. Get it? Because they can't swim.
Right.
And then that all kind of fell apart. Kids, college, and everything. And then I just kind of floated for a while until Max and Dredd hit me up about joining a little band called Knucklehead. And I was with them for a couple years until we turned into Offering a Dust.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty much where we've been.
Now, how long was Knucklehead from start to finish? How long was that band a band?
Decades.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
too long.
20 years.
Yeah.
Was it
It-
94 to
Yes.
whatever we?
Yeah, it was just
Put
basically
it up.
put to death about 2 years ago. Officially.
So, Offering a Dust sprung out of you guys trying to do a Knucklehead reboot?
I wouldn't say a reboot. We just got to the point with the 3 of us, so Dredd, myself, and Jesse. We got to a point where the music we were creating didn't fit that Montier anymore, and I think the band Knucklehead itself kind of ran its course. So we were kind of looking for a fresh start, kind of say. And we had become friends with Tom, and Dredd had always kind of hinted that he wanted to start playing with the second guitar player for some different layers and textures and inspiration. And so when that came around, Tom was the first and at that point the only person we asked.
Nice.
And so then we got Tom on board, and he seemed to enjoy it. And, who in the hell is that?
Nap time, Triton.
Oxygen sensor. Because it's 2020, and I have that.
Aha.
Sorry. He's not
Oh,
dying.
don't worry.
Oh,
That's good.
I just dole it out based on good behavior.
Oh my God. So since we can't hear Tom, I'm going to share the one story that I know of Tom, and I can't remember the other guitarist that he plays with a lot from Pain Machine.
RJ. Yeah.
RJ and Tom I had a practice place right before I moved from Colorado Springs, and those two got the room that was like directly next to mine. And there was
Yes, I've been in both rooms.
there was a studio that was right behind them when they first moved in. There was a studio there. Well, they came in, and RJ and Tom they're always at 11. I mean, it's shit. And anybody within a 6-block radius knew when they were practicing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love when they jam. I'd go there. I'd just hang out and listen to them play. And but I remember they got in this big stinky fight with the guy that ran the studio. The guy that ran the studio ended up leaving the place because he was so pissed because Lucas was like, "Look, man, they pay their fucking rent. They can they can come here and do what they want to do, just like you can." But I always thought that was great. And I mean, the volume that those guys could hit was it was pretty insane, but it was awesome. I was nothing less than jealous, but
Yeah, they still have something going on.
yeah. They that band evolved into Planetary 27.
that's right. Dub, I think Dub was on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dub's playing drums for him.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, this is kind of a question for any of you. How do you guys go about continuing to kind of evolve your craft? I mean, obviously, I know you guys are the same boat as most musicians, where you're never going to be the best. I mean, you can always get better. So, what do you do to kind of evolve and keep moving forward?
I just recently started taking lessons again.
Really?
Started about 2 months ago, and I've gone through 2 different instructors so far, because one of the big things now is everybody's doing like major bass players and stuff like that, and big touring bands are supplementing their income with, teaching lessons.
Mhm.
So I've been taking a couple of them up on it and done some lessons. And, I didn't realize how sloppy my technique had been until my first, pro lesson. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess that's how you are supposed to.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's how I've been doing it. I've been, taking lessons on from guys that are offering them up that I enjoy their playing on, and trying to learn their techniques and still them, and try to involve them into my own type of playing.
Right. What about you, Dredd?
I'm always trying new stuff. Right now, I'm working on Chronicles, timekeeping, Indian type stuff.
Nice.
Not American Indians, like Far East stuff.
Right.
I'm fucking weird.
Weird about that. The Beatles went Far East, and they, look what they did.
They were the Beatles, and they're the freaking
Right.
Beatles.
Fucking Beatles.
Yeah.
What about you, Jesse? Anything in particular you do to kind of keep yourself rolling forward?
I pretty much consistently try and find music that I can't play, like physically, and then force myself to learn it. And especially, like, I listen to a lot of stuff that's outside the realm of heavy metal. I'm pretty much the only guy in the gang that listens to a pretty good amount of electronic music. Because if you want music that drummers can't physically play, it lives in electronic music.
That makes sense.
And then always trying to like pull stuff out of that, and then meld the genres. So yeah, always trying to find bands that are fusing multiple genres together to find that friction in between. It's like what I've been jamming lately. It's been clowncore. If you haven't listened to clowncore, it's ridiculous. So yeah, about once or twice a month, the band gets a couple posts from Jesse of, I found that place of the internet where all the weird music lives, and then I try and force these poor bastards to learn how to play some stuff to it as I stumble my way through what I'm learning. So yeah, if I can't play it, that's the only thing that interests me. Once I learn how to play a song, I really don't ever want to listen to it ever again. And it's almost frustrating because I like listen to the same 3 or 4 bands for like months and months and months at a time until I know how to play it, and then I don't ever want to listen to it again.
The song killer.
Yep.
What about you, Triton? What do you do you I know that your voice is always boisterous as it is. Is there anything that you do to kind of to stay on top of your,
No, I am me. I'm that cool.
I'm the best there ever was. That's so lame. Actually, yes. I am taking I know. I'm an asshole. Honestly, let me tell you something. This actually means to a lot. Do you remember when I tried to join a band, Brian? And you fucked with me. I came across that the other day. I did, and I feel really bad.
What was it? Triton's last shot at glory.
that wasn't what it said. It wasn't. It was.
Anyway,
it was uncalled for, and I apologize. It wasn't meant. There was no harm.
It's a private joke because Brian and I used to fuck. But I'm going to tell you something, Brian.
Hey,
I really do, and it really made. I understand why you fucked with me, but I want to tell you something. I tried out for another band called Beat Grinder, and I went and checked them out, and it was groovy. It was groovy because Dredd was a guitarist, but there were things about it that wasn't jiving because, one is the distance. I am a singer, so I'm slightly selfish, slightly. But there was other things that are just like it wasn't for me. And then Dredd said, "Hey man, you want to check out my other band? And I was like, you mean that band that I didn't get 3 years ago, 4 years ago? That band that I did not understand? And but at that time, I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So it's cool. I don't know where I'm going with this, but
So has it
So I
been
got
an
a text
adjustment
message
for
from
you,
Tom.
style-wise,
What?
trying to fit in to the groove of this band?
so there's something I understand. You have to. There's a difference, right? When you, Brian, Christian, Dredd, when we were young, we wanted to be the world.
Right.
Let's take over the world, be the world. So there's a difference, right? All I wanted when Dredd and Max said, "Hey, try this," I just wanted to make music. I just wanted to create. I know my limitations. There's some amazing vocalists in this world, and in this town, and I'm not that. I am me, and they wanted me, and I'm like, okay, well, you could either be worried about being them or being you, and just try to do what you do. And all I know that I do is I create really well, and I try to do as much as I can with what I'm given.
Right.
And I don't have a huge vocal range, but I have a very creative palette, and I'm going to do what I can with what I have. And they want it, and so my whole mantra is, do what you can do until they don't want you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's good advice.
It is, and I'm glad that you feel that way, Triton. I mean, because you vocal range.
I'm not Chris Forsyth. I'm not anybody else in the scene. I'm just me. I don't.
But there's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that, man. You're so unique.
I know.
It's
I know.
I mean, good.
I know.
I'm glad you know that.
Thank you, man. And I know.
And because
I'm not Christian, one of my favorite vocalists on earth.
Shut up.
But no,
all three of you guys, Triton, Brian, and Christian, are all part of a scene that I think it so sucks that it's not there anymore. But you guys were all in some of my favorite fucking bands from that era.
Yeah.
You
So
were in that. You were in the same
kinda cool,
era.
man.
in the same band.
All of us were.
I mean, I wanted to tell Brian,
Mhm.
Max, my bassist, my fucking badass bassist,
right.
was standing at our stage watching us play in the 90s when he was like, I don't know, 9. Fred!
No, I wasn't that young, but yeah. There's two bands from my teenage years that stick out to me: Color Insane and GPM, Guttles Promise Mechanism.
My
And
two
the first
favorite
time I
bands.
saw GPM live band. Yeah, first time I saw GPM, I don't think my jaw left the ground that entire set.
Right.
Like I was just flabbergasted. And to this day, Dead Lady is still one of my top 10 favorite songs.
You know, Triton.
Great song.
I'm glad you brought that song up, Max. There's a line in that song that I use almost daily, especially in 2020. But ignorance and tolerance the same pops up almost daily for me. And I mean, I think that it's just, I don't know, again, that whole song is
Brian brings that fucking phrase up in conversation all the time.
it's fucking
It's
there's
like-
a lot of things that Triton's written.
Ignorance, a tolerance the same.
That was I'm glad you brought up that song. That's awesome, man.
So I got
Thank
a
you.
couple of text messages from Tom.
Uh-huh.
He can hear us, but for some reason he can't fully connect, but he can hear us and see us.
That sounds like
To
Tom.
go back a couple of bit, right? So when we go back a little bit, you guys were talking about when they were when Planetary 27 was playing in that other building,
Uh-huh.
and you guys would hear him. Tom says to tell you that his amps only go to 11. There's no other setting.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
He also mentions that he totally misses seeing you guys play as well, Brian.
Yeah.
And as far as his response to playing the music and stuff like that is, he loves playing music with his friends. Even if we switch to country and call ourselves Offering of Country or Offering of Twang, he would still be doing it because he just loves hanging out with us.
Right.
That's awesome.
Which is the same for us. When Tom took a hiatus from the band for a bunch of different reasons, we never filled his spot. We asked one guy if he would be interested. We asked a couple of different people, but we really only tried out one guy. We never officially played together with him. We met up at Dred's house once and kind of show him some licks, and we kind of got the vibe then and there that it wasn't really going to fit. And we always told Tom every time we'd see him, every time I talked to him on the phone, Tom and I would randomly go to lunch together, and I'd always tell him, I'd be like, you still have your key. Whenever you want to move back in,
Right.
your spot's still sitting open for you. And that remained true until about 8-9 months ago.
Yeah.
It might even have been a year by now.
Yeah.
Tom was like, so I'm going to move my stuff in next week. And so, let me know when you need a hand.
Awesome.
And that was it. So, we
I was
Tom's,
happy.
that, he was a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom's good people, man. And unfortunately, for those out there that don't know, Tom is the handsome one in the band. So we apologize for having these guys.
Yeah. That's it.
I'll just play. Oh,
I mean, I'm the singer, man.
That's why he's not here now.
all right, so Triton, who do you think? What would you say that are 3 people that have helped you throughout your career in music the most? If you could figure out 3 people.
I mean, are you talking about, when you said that helped you out your career? I don't have a career in music. I'm an electrician, and I'm a fucking badass electrician.
You are.
So,
I mean,
my career in music is based on my love of music. Okay. So who's helped me in my career?
Helped you? Yeah, I mean, who have, like when you
maybe
first
more influence than help.
Well, when you first started singing,
locally or worldly? No. Sorry.
When you first started singing, like who was it that really that pulled? Is it just something you knew you wanted to do? I mean, obviously you.
No, I was walking through. I was walking through the halls in high school, and there was this dude named James Scala and Keith Kieran, and James like, dude, Triton's cool. Like, he's the king of the stoners. I want him to be our singer. And Keith's like, fuck him, he's a dick. I mean, that's the push and pull of that's the push and pull of my late 80s.
Yeah.
And James won. He said, well, fuck you. I want Triton to be my singer. And Keith's like, fuck that, dude. And,
I mean, it's been over the
years.
We're
talking about who's my influence musically. Sure. Bruce Dickinson. Mike Patton, Neil Diamond, Paul McCartney, David Bowie, Stuart Copeland, Les Claypool. I know all those aren't singers, but these are the people who have influenced me to be prophetic in what I do. Do what you do. Do what you do. You're not. Nobody's Jeff Tate. Not
Except
everybody is fucking Corey from. Nobody's fucking Corey from fucking Psychodrama. Nobody, nobody's Chris Forsyth. I'm not him. I'm me. And so, learning to be me, right? One of my number one local influences in my life, Dave Zahara.
Yeah.
He saved my life. 1, he saved my life. 2, he's my best friend. He's one of my best friends on earth. 3, he taught me to exploit who you are, not who you want to be. Mm-hmm. One of the best reasons I joined Offering of Dust is Dredd and Max said, dude, we know what you sound like. We know To me, that meant we know how limited and how unlimited you are.
Right.
We want to check you out. That was the biggest. I am so like fucking. I am the biggest hard on for music right now, and it's because Jesse, Dredd, Max were like, dude, we know you. I want to say we know you suck, but that's my term for me.
Right.
Like, right. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, what's
Brian? You call me the best lyricist ever, right? You've told me that, which means I'm creative with what I do.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking with Christian. Christian's written Christian, who's one of the best, the sounding vocalists I've ever heard in my life, but also one of the best lyricists I've ever heard in my life. We all have our who we want.
Sure.
That dude, man, I've been beating Matt Mingo's ass for months since COVID. I need a copy of Virus. Pulling me down, bringing me down. I need the virus. I need Christian in my life. His vocals are so amazing.
Shut up.
I agree.
Thanks, man.
I think I'm muted.
No, we
Somebody
did.
muted me. I
The
might
whole
be talking
fucking
about
world heard that, bruh.
Can you hear us, Titan?
Nope.
Oh,
No.
we can hear you, though. So, you guys have got this new single out. You guys are working on new material. How do you guys see coming out of this whole fucking lockdown and this whole fucking epidemic thing as a band? What is the big picture plan for you guys to get back out there and do shows once we're able to? Do you guys have
Oh
anything
man,
lined up?
I think by the time all of this is over, if every band in our scene does not have a solid 30 to 45 minute set ready to go and ready to absolutely hammer the scene and make up for this lost year, like I don't know what the hell you've been doing the past year of your life.
I
Because
agree
like
100%.
we got a couple new songs in the work, but by and large, like we are so unbelievably sick of playing these songs because we've just been getting them tight as we possibly can and making every little fine-tune adjustment so that when we are able to play live, we bring it and we, bring it as hard as we can and as perfect as we can.
Right?
Right.
Straight to the face.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be like some nasty bukkake porn.
Which, by the way, if you've been using your credit card on Pornhub, you're out of luck. They just fucked that whole thing up.
What happened there?
Credit cards pulled all of their service from them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
say we get back into the scene.
I've heard.
We get back to playing shows. You guys, are you guys wanting to take this on the road? Is that a thought in your guys' head at this point? I mean, look at fucking Dredd, man. He's a geezer and shit, man. Can't take him out on the road for fucking, months at a time and expect him to be able to survive that shit anymore. So, I mean, is that a thought for you guys or?
I mean, like we were talking about earlier, we live in the internet age, so I think, we can get a lot done on the internet. And I think we all can, make it work with small little stints of doing a dozen shows in a quick, couple weeks or something.
Sure.
But I don't know. I think Max is the only one who doesn't have a whole litter of kids anymore. So I don't know. It ain't like it was when we were in our 20s.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, responsible. It's hard to be a fucking musician and be a responsible adult.
Oh, I know it.
Let me just ask you guys. I'll give this one to Dredd. Dredd, what's going to be your last meal?
My last meal?
If you can choose, what would be your last meal?
Sushi.
Very nice. Very nice. And with that, it's going to bring us to our newest segment called the Lightning Round.
The lightning round.
Uh-oh.
What we're going to do, this segment's brought to you by all of our lovely fans around the world. Send us questions for you. We're we're going to ask you 5 rapid fire questions. Kind of like a Rorschach test kind of thing. Just tell us the first thing that comes to your mind. Let's go with Max. You are given an elephant. You can't sell it or give it away. What would you do with it?
Ride it around.
Fuck yeah.
All right, this next question is for Dredd. You're trapped on a life raft with a nun, an old man, and a baby. There's only room for 3 of you, and you must throw someone off. Who do you throw overboard and why?
Boy, that's tough. I think it's going to have to be the nun.
Perfect. All right, Jesse. How much do you charge to wash every window in Seattle?
To wash every window?
Every window in Seattle.
Oh, $5 a window.
Good answer.
All right, Triton. Yellow's over here, blue is over there. Where are you?
Over there.
All right, last one. We're going to go with Triton again. Triton, if you were shrunk to the size of a pencil and put in a blender, how would you get out?
Lightning round.
I'd jump.
Jumping.
That works. Good enough. Well, guys.
What the fuck?
Oh, Triton, I don't know if you've seen the lightning round. I sent you a message about this, but I use
Nope.
the intro. I use the intro to He Who Built the Lie.
Yeah, baby. Oh, he was the line. Yeah.
Yeah. So just so you know, I just used a little drum intro for the very beginning of it. So
Okay with that. Dude, whatever, man.
Wait,
We
you
made
got
that.
permission?
Do whatever you want. You sent me an email about can I use this? I'm like, dude, I know you're just a basement. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh!
Burn.
Did you notice Max, Brian, and I all went like, oh, here we go.
You understand that I am Brian, but just so you know, I'm taking lessons. I'm taking bass lessons right now.
are you?
Because yeah, I am. Because it'll help me sing better, and because that's the best instrument there is. It's the segue to drum and drums and no, I'm sorry, Dred. I love you, Dred. The shit you do is cool, but the low end is good. The low end. So
I started as a drummer. Does that change anything, Triton?
no.
I started out as a drummer.
I mean that's cool, but you pooped out a drummer. You pooped out a bassist.
Yeah.
Better than you could ever be. So what do we say?
Right? Hey, I miss you fucking guys.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Get the fuck out there.
It's good seeing you, man. Good seeing you, Dred. Good seeing all you guys. And
Hey Brian, you remember this? Triton's last shot at glory. Fucking dick.
I don't know if you're going to get this one to go down. I think you're going to hear about this one for a while.
like I said, I was looking through some old
Definitely
stuff that I
touched the
ran.
nerve and shit.
I ran across it and I was like, man, that was really uncalled for. It wasn't meant harmful.
I'm in the band I'm meant to be in, and I love these motherfuckers, so they don't love me.
That's excellent. They do love you.
This just occurred to me. Is that a Jukundo
Yes.
hat you're wearing? Huh.
What is it?
It's a Jukundo hat he's wearing.
Oh, Jeet.
That Jeep
That's
life.
Bruce Lee shit. That's Bruce Lee. You
Yes.
can do.
Be like water.
Yes. That's good fucking advice, man.
Yes.
All right.
We don't want to see what you got going on.
Right. You don't want to watch.
No.
And
Hey, Brian.
thanks so much
Yes,
for coming
sir.
on, Jackson.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
I hope you guys love the music we're making.
I will see you guys Saturday. I'll see you guys when I see you.
All right.
Hey, don't forget that care package.
This is the Christmas Eve
I
episode.
hope you like. I hope
So
you
have
dig
a
it.
Merry
Okay.
Christmas, man.
I do. I like it a lot. Take it easy, Justin. Thanks for coming out, bud. No, I do like it a lot. I went and checked it out.
I'm really proud of the guys I'm with. I did not expect the I did not expect what I'm getting out of what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Which, I'm making music for music's sake, and it's so wonderful.
I get what you say when you mention how it makes you feel about them knowing your quote unquote limitations or whatever, and still wanting you to be seeing you as the person to be the front of that band. So I get how that gives you the warm fucking fuzzies and shit. You know what I mean? And that is definitely
layers.
something that you can use for fuel. To help your to be part.
It really just opens your wings up as a vocalist,
doesn't it?
And Christian, you know this, man, because you're one of my favorite vocalists on earth. You always have been. So you should, but you understand what I'm saying. We're not locally, right? We're not Chris Forsyth. We're not.
No, I could never do any of that. I can't do what you guys do.
We do what we do, right?
That's right.
And we try to interpret what we can and make it our own.
And that's why GPM had two singers.
And I love GPM. GPM is one of my favorite bands on earth. And I've been telling Matt, by the way, so maybe you should PM me because I need to hear the song Virus.
I'm gonna send you the latest version, the 2020 Ultra mix of that. I'll send it.
Especially. Dude, in February, I was like, Matt, dude, I need Virus. He's like, Matt. He's like, okay, I'll get it to you. I'm like, I need Virus.
Matt's still mad, man. Matt's still mad.
I love that.
Yeah.
But
all right, guys.
I'm ecstatic to be where I am, and that these guys love me. And thank you for interviewing us.
Oh man,
I got one question for you. It's just a yes, no, undecided, no judgment any which way. Vaccine, no vaccine.
What?
Vaccine or no vaccine?
Oh, vaccine.
Yes.
What?
Vaccine.
Eventually.
Probably not the first round.
That's my
yeah,
answer.
I'm not getting the first PS5 either. I'm waiting for like second or third edition generation.
Yes.
I want Mitch McConnell and Corey Glover or Corey or whatever. I want our
Booker.
I want our let our politicians take it first, not our right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because first responders do not need to take it first. You're the politician.
Well, if it all goes bad, man, then who's gonna fucking take care of us, man?
Exactly.
Fucked up. But at the same time, I also understand that for me, for me to be able to go back into the Broadmoor World Arena and put on a fucking show there for 9,000 people, that I am in a position where I'm going to have proof that I've had. You know what I mean?
So let me tell you something. The heart of me, who I am, and I think offering a dust and wrenches, question everything. Make your stand, make your statement, do what you do, but back it up.
Right.
But question everything, man.
That's a good mindset.
Yep.
Keeps you safe.
Keeps you safe.
It's awesome seeing you guys again, man.
Yeah, man. Fucking amazing.
Been a long time.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for coming on, Triton. I appreciate it.
Really.
And, hey, just so you know, you might go back someday and check your messages in your Instagram. Look back around like July 25th when I wished you a happy fucking birthday and you never responded to me. Anyway.
touchy.
Just so you know.
Pulling me down, bringing you down. You're like a
I'll
virus.
send it to you. Hold on.
Thank you guys very much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks, Max. Thanks, Dread. You guys are awesome. It's
Offering
great.
of dust,
Offering of dust.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for coming on. And
You guys
like
have
I said,
a Merry Christmas, man.
oh, that's right. This is coming out on Christmas Eve. So,
Oh, right on.
yeah, have
Ho, ho, ho.
a great holiday. Have a great Christmas.
You guys too.
We will do our best. And
I love you, man. I'm glad both of you are doing well.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
I love you too, man. Thanks for coming on. I
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Thanks for being part of it, man. Thanks for helping us out. We appreciate you.
Thanks
And,
for having
and
us.
we're really
Thanks for
glad
having
that
us.
you guys found each other. So we're
Right.
looking forward to seeing you guys play out.
Right.
We're
Max,
gonna knock
Us
some
too.
heads over. That
Max
we're-
and Dread,
Yep.
take care of my guy over here, Max and Dread. Be nice to him. Treat him gently.
All right, thanks, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody
Tom-
treats each
Tom's
other.
text messages are 5 minutes
No.
behind.
All right. Love you
We'll
guys.
see you Saturday, T.
Take care, man.
Yep. See
All
you
right,
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All right, guys. You just heard from Offering of Dust. These guys are always fun. Great to talk to. Great guys. We're going to take a listen to their newest song.
Which I'm really excited for because I'm a super huge fan of Dread's fucking guitar tone. I think it's
Right.
some of the sickest guitar tone ever to come out of our fucking town. Really, really, really.
Right. Yeah, so let's check it out. Here's their newest song called Wrenches. And we'll talk to you. Oh, that's right. This is Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas to everybody. We really
Mele
hope,
Kalikimaka und frohe Weihnachten, everybody.
right. You guys enjoy your holiday. Love your family. You guys, everybody be safe. We love you. We'll talk to you next time.
Sent from the heavens to break down the mound. Blasphemy cast in a gentle demand. All this attrition to make my mouth rot. You can't stop the bleeding without cutting the knot. Which made the peasants to placate the man. Keep them all riled up inside till the end. Lay down before them and stacked on the back. Most innocent badly fill up the crowd. Let them be your disruption. Let it come from my hand. Underneath with the whisper. Second guess where they stand. Come between cause and friction. Wrenches in every plan. Intercede with the mission. Wrenches in every. We will stop the fire. We will bring on the man. We will light up the wire. Never you stand.
Hell yeah. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Triton? Say Triton.
Trident.
Trident.
Trident. Trident.
I can hear you, but I can't see Triton.